Welcome to Boxing on the Record with Randy. Today, we're going to be talking about a topic that everybody on the internet is talking about. Seems like I know all the boxing world is talking about it, so we're going to weigh in on it ourselves here. And the subject of conversation is Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, two high-level fighters, two fighters at the top of their game, two fighters that you could arguably say either one of them is number one in the world. But let's look a little bit at the will of the fighter. We're looking at Errol Spence, somebody that lived a life that many say is not a fighter's lifestyle, where he did a lot of partying and drinking and enjoying the fruits of his labor. Some people might say he's been overindulgent, but the man who hold the gold hold the rule. I mean, that's his life. Terrence Crawford, a fighter that's brags and advocate that he's not a drinker or smoker or a partier, which is great. But when you're able to do the job that the man has hired you to do, or that the people demand, or the people pay you to see. It doesn't matter what you do on your off time. Yes, it might shorten the lifespan of your career, but when you're young, you don't think about that. So we're not really going to get into the lifestyle he lived because to each his own. That's his business. I watch boxing for the entertainment, not because of how you treat your kids or how you treat your spouse or how you spend your money. That's none of my business. But we look at Earl Spence and we think about all the guys' will that he broke in his last recent fights. We look at those guys as top competition. We don't really look at them as uh, guys that we consider journeymen. If the guys weren't able to continue on in the fight, it affected them after the fight. For the ones that wasn't able to continue on, they still had the will to go, but the body wouldn't let them. For the ones that had the will to see out the 12 rounds, their body betrayed them after the fight. It caused them to have layoffs, caused them to rethink is it all worth it? So when we look at Crawford's career, we haven't seen Crawford push to that limit yet. Will he be durable enough to withstand what Earl is going to do to him? Or do he still have enough legs left in him that he can use his lateral movement and give Earl the worst fight he ever seen in his life? But it's yet to be seen. So we can only go on what we see. We see all the fighters that Crawford has fought. He dominated them. We see all the fighters that Earl fought. He broke them down. Some of them he was in a war with that caused him to have to dig deep to get them out of there or to break their will. So would Terrence have enough in him to break Earl's will? We haven't seen him do that to anybody yet. So that is what we're looking for today. Do he have enough to break Earl's will, or would this be another fighter that Earl has broke his will? Y'all tell me what y'all think. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe, dislike. Let me hear from you. I want to know how you feel about this. In the meanwhile, I'm out of here like last year.